What's good, everybody?
Yo,
Yo, what's up?
what's good?
Yeah, man, just getting home. Long day today.
Right. Yeah,
That I go on live for a little bit.
I'm down.
So guess who's performing at my school homecoming?
Who's performing?
Jacquees.
Oh Lord. Are
Right.
you gonna be
And,
there for
and
that?
guess what?
Who
Huh?
else? Who? It gets
Fucking
worse.
D.L. Hughley.
Now that I would stay for, cause he's always been one of my favorite comedians.
Shit, you can come home. Shit, I don't care for D.L. I'll take Carrot Top over D.L.
You don't like D.L. Hughley?
Nah,
Really?
I never found him funny.
Wow. I met Carrot Top. I met in 2003 when I was in
Oh
Miami for
wow.
spring. Yeah, I met him in when I went down to Miami for spring break. Me and my homeboy, and he was coming out of a hotel with some female with him, and we met him there, and he was nice to us. He shook our hand. He was like, "What's up, fellas?" And he was cool.
That's what's up. I've always heard he was gay.
Yeah, he was cool, and he looked exactly how you do on TV.
Like wild hair and all that shit.
Yes, he had the wild hair. He had the muscles because he was like working out. And yeah, he was cool. I always like I thought Carrot Top, at least with his stand up, he had like props on stage with him. He was like real creative.
Yeah, like he's not really one of my favorite comedians, but at least he's honest about his craft because like
Right, right.
DL is like one of them cats. How can I put this? How can I put it? It's like he tries so hard to be quiet, but he's not.
Right.
I'll take Godfrey over DL.
I like DL. DL was he just real about shit though. He talked about his marriage, and I remember there was one stand up he talked about his kids walking in on him and his wife and all that, and
I
you
think I
know
remember that one. Wasn't that on Kings of Comedy?
was that Kings of Comedy? It might have been Kings of Comedy or like one of the other stand up specials he did after Kings of Comedy.
Right.
Was good.
I'm low key been on the hip hop mode lately and shit.
So, Sam said Sammy Sosa or Reggie Jackson. Definitely Reggie Jackson.
Reggie
Mr.
Jackson.
October. Reggie Jackson was a star with any team. He was on the Oakland A's, the Yankees, of course, the Angels. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sammy Sosa had his run, but we found out later that it was tainted because of steroids. But I mean, I'm a big, huge baseball fan. I just seen the Dodgers beat the Giants. Congrats to them. And I remember '98. When it was the Sosa and McGuire show. Every night it was like must see TV.
Oh
You
wow.
know, but it was like we found out years later that it wasn't really real. You know what I'm saying? But Reggie Jackson is a legend.
Finally glad to be home. Any new albums come out today?
Um, I think Rock Marcy is dropping something. Another
Got you.
album. I forgot who it is. I seen something with Rock Marcy name on it.
Got you.
Yeah, '98 and yeah, '98 was all New York. Like we had the best. I want to say we had the best record that year when we won, and it was a great season. You know what I'm saying? And one of the probably one of the best years in the '90s for baseball. So you know what I mean. Mickey Mantle. I wasn't around for Mickey Mantle, so I mean I heard he was good. I've only seen like old clips of Mickey Mantle. I know he was a drunk.
I heard about that too.
You know.
I
Yeah,
heard
yeah, we
Babe
had the
Ruth
most wins
was a
that year. We
racist.
had, huh?
I heard Babe Ruth was a racist.
Babe Ruth was racist, but he was also a great pitcher and a great batter.
Oh yeah, he was. He was a great
You know
pitcher
what I
and all
mean?
that shit. Too.
And we have a pitcher right now in baseball, Shohei Ohtani for that played for the Angels, and he's a great hitter and a great pitcher, and you know a lot of people been comparing him to like Babe Ruth.
Ain't nobody being like Babe Ruth up this bitch.
Hey,
I'm not even a baseball fan
I
like
mean
that.
again,
I don't even watch it.
I wasn't around for Babe Ruth, but I definitely think Shohei is gonna be a legend when it's all said and done. You know, he's great. He's a great power hitter, a great pitcher. He's already had some major injuries. I know he had like Tommy John surgery like a couple years ago, but he bounced back from that. He had a great season. He's definitely the MVP to me in baseball. You know what I'm saying? But he needs to be on for him to be I think for him to be great still. He's gonna need to be on the winning team. He's gonna need a couple of rings because I don't know if he's gonna get that with the Angels.
Mm.
But he's definitely MVP this year for sure.
If, if rap was a game, I'd be MVP.
Yeah. Yes. Hank Aaron was great. Again, I've seen clips of these people: Jackie Robinson, Roberto Clemente, Willie Mays. Willie Mays was I believe he was the godfather for Barry Bonds.
Oh wow.
You know, they were all great. There's a reason why these people are in the Hall of Fame. You know, my era is more like the '80s. Like I was an era of like Doc Gooden and Dal Strawberry. You know, Dave Winfield. That's my era. You know what I'm saying? So Dale Murphy when he played for the Braves, Mike Schmidt when he played for the Phillies. That's my era. So everybody that y'all mentioning, like I've seen clips of them, but I wasn't around in that era for them. Barry Bonds was great. He was great. He was great when he was on the Pirates. He was great when he went to San Francisco. He's a great player.
Who?
Barry Bonds.
Uh
You don't know who I'm talking about.
yeah, you said Barry Bonds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Barry Bonds.
Oh, okay, okay. That's what's up. At least Reg know who Barry Bonds is.
Of course. One of the few black baseball players and shit. Of course I know.
Right. Yes.
You watch hockey?
I watch hockey when the Rangers are in the playoffs, but I'm not like well I like, again like I grew up in the '80s, so like I know like the hockey players from back then. You know Mario Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky. You know what I'm saying? I you know in the '90s we had a great Rangers team and they won a Stanley Cup in '94 with Mark Messier as the captain for that team. That was a great time for Rangers hockey. But I'm not like a huge hockey fan. But when the Rangers make the postseason, then I'll check in on them because that seems to be like the most exciting time for New York hockey when they make the postseason. So I do watch it from time to time.
Mm. That's what's up.
It's more fun to play it on. Yeah, like I used to play NHL, the NHL hockey on like the PlayStation 2 and all that. It's even more fun. At least for me, it's more fun playing it. You watch hockey?
Nah.
No?
I can never get into hockey.
Right. I think we need more people of color in hockey. That would be lit.
Shit, I feel like if niggas be in hockey, they be fighting and shit.
Yeah, it'll be a lot more fights, a lot more shit talking. You know.
My puck, bitch.
Yes, Hector. Yes, Ken Griffey Jr. One of my favorites ever. Like great outfielder for the Seattle Mariners. I think he wasted his years playing with the Reds because the Reds had a shitty team back then, and he really could have had like a couple of rings if he went somewhere else. But Ken Griffey was great, man. He was great. You know, coming up, and he lived up to expectations, like from high school to the pros. You know what I'm saying? Tony Gwynn, great a great hitter. You know, definitely was on some good Padres teams back then. Cal Ripken, great infielder for the Orioles. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those cats are legends. Hockey and golf are boring. I don't watch golf.
The only time I watch golf is if it's Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I never watched golf. Even with Tiger Woods there, I never was interested. Never cared for it.
It'd be funny whenever he be winning, he be overexcited and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I like to see when he win. Like I would watch the clips on ESPN and see when he won like the Masters Open or whatever. Like because he showed his emotions. A lot of them don't really do that. You know what I'm saying? But it just a sport that I never cared to watch. But I would watch when he like the clips that he won. You know what I'm saying? Without Lou Gehrig, yeah, Lou Gehrig, Hall of Famer. What up, Ronnie?
So Ronnie. So what were y'all talking about? Michael Jackson ain't got no cookie and shit?
That was BJ saying that. I never believed that. I think Mike got his shit on the low. He wasn't out there flaunting it like everybody else was.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because he was friend. You gotta think like he was friends with all these females. You really think he's not smashing
Right.
one of them? Brooke Shields. Brooke Shields is gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? And Tatum O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? And Stephanie Mills. Like I'm pretty sure Michael was smashing them. He just wasn't. It's a different now. Like now you know who everybody Rihanna is dating, or who the Kardashians are dating. It's now on social media. I think we would have known who Michael was dating, but back then I think he kept that shit on the low. You know, he's not. He wasn't like Prince. Like Prince, we knew back then who Prince was dating. You knew if a female was even mentioned with Prince's name that yeah he's smashing her. Apollonia, Sheila E, Kim Basinger, the chick from the Bengals. Like the list goes on. You know what I mean? Mike
You
wasn't like
got
that. He was
real.
more private with his. He didn't even want to know his. He didn't want people to even know his relationship with him and his family. You know. Yeah, but like they still talking about who Prince was used to smash. You know what I'm saying?
They're still talking about who Pac used to smash.
Right. Yeah. Tupac too. Like Tupac had his like you knew who he was dating back then, whereas we didn't know who Nas was with or who Jay-Z was with back then. You know what I'm saying? Pac didn't care. Pac was just like, yeah, like, I'm smashing her. I'm dating her. You know.
Shit, Pac was with Madonna.
Right. Madonna's with everybody. She's another one. She was always out there with her relationships. You know what I mean? So even when it came down to like who was her baby father for Lourdes, we seen him. You know what I'm saying? So Rick James too. Like we know who Rick James was smashing because he was out there with it. You know.
You ain't lying about that. So y'all ready for this on you?
Did you see the schedule, the release schedule that supposedly is coming out from Aftermath that Battle Cat put
I
up?
was just about to mention that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
interesting.
kind of intrigued by a couple of albums.
Dr. Dre's on a release schedule for once. When the last time you seen that?
So Dre's gonna come out before Kendrick. That's interesting.
Right? When the last time? I think the last time I seen that was for Chronic 2001. That's over 20 something years ago. Cause even with Compton, we didn't know that was coming out.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Dr. Dre's actually on a release date schedule for the first time in like 20 something years. Is it actually going to come out on time?
I'm gonna look up this Aftermath Takeover again. Let me just see who's.
Yeah.
I think it's a
There's
Snoop
no
album.
Eminem on there, and Eminem supposedly dropping a surprise album, right?
That's the rumor. He says
That's
this
the
is a
rumor.
rumored Martian Madness 3.
Oh Lord, I don't even know what to say about that. I really don't know.
Alright, like yeah, come to the Super Bowl now we're gonna have to play. Yeah, we ain't playing.
Right? I don't know. I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, if this they're building up towards the Super Bowl, it makes sense to drop new stuff to get people hype. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what it could be. Maybe he's dropping. They're all dropping new stuff leading up until the Super Bowl.
Right.
The Snoop Dogg album is called Algorithm, so that's coming out.
And isn't Dre producing that one?
I'm assuming Dre's gonna be on there. I don't know. I haven't seen no track list or anything yet. I just saw the album cover today, so I'm assuming Dre will be on there.
Okay, so Snoop Dogg is coming out November 12th. Dre is coming out December. Super Bowl is February 13th. Kendrick, Exhibit, and the Mount Westmore is coming soon.
Wow, a lot of potential great West Coast releases dropping.
Right.
Interesting. And come on, Ronnie, really?
Yeah, I can't wait for the verses too. Shit. And give me some pizza, some wings, man. It's gonna be like the Super Bowl of this bitch.
Right. Yeah, I expect that to be good. Um, I was playing a lot of Kane yesterday in KRS. A lot of I forgot a lot of his dope songs on It's a Big Daddy Thing.
That's
You
my
know,
favorite album.
yeah, that was definitely a different sounding album from the first one. You
Yeah, I
know,
felt like the first one, he focused more on braggadocio,
right,
the battle rhymes, but then with It's a Big Daddy Thing, he had a good mixture between like the battle rhymes and the conscious songs.
right.
Cause motherfuckers, Kane was like one of the first niggas like to be on that 5% shit.
Yeah,
Big up
true.
Africa, like Word to the Motherland, which very underrated song from Long Live the King, in my opinion.
Yes, definitely.
Hell, even the Lean on Me track
That
from
was
Lean on
fire.
Me movie and stuff too. That was hot.
I like the original version. Why you didn't put it on the album?
Cause I guess cause the movie came out, that was like a promo single. You know how that
Right.
shit goes.
True.
But Karis won though. Oh god.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, I cannot wait for that shit.
I
Woo.
don't know. I said like if Kane play any of those R&B joints, I think he's gonna lose, man. I don't want to hear Groove with it.
All
And
my life.
I like that. I like no very special. Please don't. I get the job done was dope, but if like, what do you put against that though? Like, if Keras One plays out of here, you're gonna play. I get the job done against that. I just think that's a loss for him.
He's gonna play probably Enough Respect or How Do You Get a Record Deal.
That was fire. That's one of my favorite joints on there. Looks like a job for. Trackmasters did that. That don't even sound
Yeah.
like that's early Trackmasters. You know, so it's like he got to plan his playlist really, really good.
Yeah, don't be like
Because
that, Joe.
if and yeah, you know what I'm saying. Because if he doesn't, Karis One might win early. Because he's gonna be ready for Kane. You know what I'm saying. So I think both performances are gonna be great. I think Kane is gonna shine with his performances. I think Karis One with his on stage performances are gonna be great. No, people are asking, are they gonna bring on anybody? I don't know. I'm assuming they will. I would love for Channel Live to come out and do Madism with Karis One, or Das Effect to come out and do represent the real hip hop with him. Or when he end the whole thing with self destruction and bring out Chuck D and Dougie Fresh and those other cats on there. You know.
Yeah, that would be epic if they did that.
Yeah. Same with Kane. I would love for Kane to do the symphony with the Juice Crew. Have Craig G come out and Ace and Cool G rap and Marley Marl. That'd be great. Roxanne Shante, and you know what I'm saying. Even though she wasn't on the symphony, but she's still part of the Juice Crew. You know, do like a whole tribute to Biz Markie. If he does, just rhyming with Biz, that would be great.
Speaking of the Juice Crew, have you remember that album from Frankie Cutlass called Politics and Bullshit?
Yes, I heard
Remember
that.
the Juice Crew did a joint.
Right.
They used the same the George Duke samples that Spice One used for In My Neighborhood.
Right.
That shit's fire.
That was fire, man. I loved it. That was great.
Yeah, Ronnie, Kane did the song All of Me from Taste of Chocolate with Barry White.
I didn't like that song. what
I
what
love
would he
Barry.
do from you like that song with Barry White?
Oh no, I said I love Barry White. I just don't have
Right.
that song.
What would he do from Taste of Chocolate? I don't. That's I don't have that album. What would he do from it?
He can do a lot. He can do It's Hard Being the Kane, Cause I Can Do It Right.
I remember that.
Big Daddy versus Dolomite, maybe.
Right.
Shit, like I know he's probably gonna do fucking the Taste of Chocolate. I guess,
Oh,
like, yeah.
mm,
I this is my thing. It would be a crime if you did not play anything from that album because
right.
the album was pretty successful for its time. But in recent times, I feel like a lot of people kind of look at it like,
Well, what's he gonna play from? Even though I like the album Prince of Darkness, what is he playing from that? The Love in You.
possibly. But
Because the singles that came out was those radio joints. He didn't have like "Come On Down" was great. Him and Busta and Q-Tip. I love that song.
yeah, the thing is with that album, even though I like that album more than Taste of Chocolate,
Mm,
the better stuff was like the grimier stuff, like ooh
right.
nah nah nah
Yes.
nah.
Get Busy.
Get
That was
flow.
fire. Yeah.
Hell, I even
Yes.
like Raw 91.
That was dope too. Yeah. Floating.
Yeah,
191. Yeah.
it was just the
I don't know.
singles
I don't.
and
I
the
don't
R&B.
think. I see. I think with this verses, it's not gonna be based on the singles. It's gonna be
It's
based on
not.
the album cuts that the fans like. You know what I'm saying? Because Kane, his radio singles was like the R&B radio shit that people don't like from him. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of like ain't no half stepping and how you get a record deal. Same with KRS. It's like KRS wasn't aiming for radio play. Like if they played them on the radios because it was that dope. So when you hear like MCs act like they don't know, that's a boom bap joint. That's not some mainstream crossover joint. You know what I'm saying? They
Or
had to play it because it was that dope. Same thing with Sound of the Police and Black Cop, and they were playing these joints on the radio because it was dope. Out of here.
right,
Same thing with
if he
that.
plays Sound of the Police, it's gonna be a rap.
I don't know what Kane is gonna have for that one, man. I don't know.
That's the Sound of the
You know
Police.
what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't know, and I can't even say that. Like you would think, like some of these joints they save to last, but I've seen verses where they play this shit in the beginning, and I'm like, why are you playing that in the beginning? You should say that for last. You know. So I don't like with the Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat verses. I didn't Bobby Brown play My Prerogative first. I think. Or was it
Yeah,
second? He played that too early to me. I'm like, he should have waited till way later to play that joint. You don't start off with that.
what will you think?
He got washed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, come on, Bobby. He playing that wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So, signing the police, KRS One might start off with that. You know?
Now I feel like he's gonna start off with Criminal Minded.
Criminal
You've been
Minded.
blinded. He's gonna probably start off with that. Then maybe do Love's Gonna Get You.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, he gotta play Love's Gonna Get You.
Yeah. Favorite KRS One verse? Oh man, it's so many. It's so many. I love his verses on Madism. I think he was a star of
Yes.
that song, even though it's a Channel Live joint. But I think he killed that track. The Bronx Tales joint with Fat Joe from Jealous on His
That's
Envy,
classic.
fire. Like it's so many, man. It's so many. You
The
know.
second verse off Boogie Down Productions Rough Rough was iconic.
Right. That was fire.
This is the year that I go all out. Edutainment was all about. Oh man. Everybody wants out there.
He played My
What's your
Prerogative
favorite?
last. What did he start off with, Ronnie? He started off with a song, and I'm like, oh, he should have waited till last. Was it Don't Be Cruel? It was some song he played, and I'm like, nah, he went too early with that song.
Like, come on, Bob.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be. I'm still picking Kane, but Kane gotta have his playlist right, and it gotta be and for him, being that I feel like some of his albums are like underrated. I feel like he must have to play stuff from like those underrated joints, um uh Daddy's Home, which
Yes.
nobody ever mentions. I feel like there's some joints on Daddy's Home. I feel like you got to play something off of Daddy's Home. If you don't play Show and Prove and bring out Shaheem and like Source Money, and you know what I mean, then you got to play In the PJs. You know, same for Looks Like a Job for underrated album. You got to play something or a couple joints. Not very special, but the hard joints on that album, like Stop Shamming. You know what I'm saying? Or like you said, like
Right.
the Enough Respect remix or whatever. There got to be something from those albums. Because if he just stay with just like a 2 to 3 album range, I think he's gonna lose. Like it can't just be your first 2 albums and then maybe some joints off Taste of Chocolate and that's it. Because Keras One discography is large, so you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, Don't Be Cruel. That's what I was like. Nah, he shouldn't have started off with that. That was way too early to start playing joints off of that album. But I mean, Bobby Brown really, if you look at it, he got like 2 great albums. And maybe how do you feel about his first album, his first solo album?
It's alright.
It's alright. Like the one with Girlfriend and all that. Like he got like two. To me, he got 2 great albums. Don't Be Cruel in the Bobby album. I think those are his best. So you know what I'm saying? Like even with him, it was like it would have been hard to beat Keith Sweat with just 2 good solo albums and then the New Edition shit.
Definitely hard.
You know. And Keith had so much stuff, and he's a songwriter.
You could be forgetting, man. That's why you need to write songs.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I say. Diddy don't want that smoke with JD. You don't want that. Then JD wrote a lot of hits with people. Anybody like Lou Rawls? I got like one Lou Rawls album.
Yeah, Lou Rawls is pretty good.
Yeah. You know. And then Super Cat's performing on Saturday night.
Super Cat.
Yes. The dancehall artist. I definitely want to see that. Because he's underrated to me. You know. He wasn't out there like Shabba Ranks and Buju and Beanie Man. You know what I'm saying? He was like under the radar a little bit.
Dolly, my baby.
You don't want it with Dre either. Dre is a different beast with Puffy. I'm just saying it's like you're looking over JD and JD is the one that's writing hits with people and producing. What did Puffy do? Because he wasn't producing, he was hiring people to produce for you. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't out there songwriting and you know he was doing making the band and shit when JD was actually discovering artists, not having a reality show to discover artists. You know, he overlooking JD like Dr. Dre. Like, you think you could beat Dr. Dre? What about JD? JD is small fish to him. He want the big fish. You can't beat the big fish. Start with the small fish. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much Biggie and Mary J he could play in a battle. Where is Q? I don't know. We ain't talking about Tupac, so he might not be here. It's funny.
See. Mahogany or Coogee rap. She loves. Oh, Mahogany all the way.
Mahogany or Coogee Rap? Oh yeah, definitely. Cool. Now what if they announce that next? Coogee Rap and Rakim.
Ooh, that would be epic.
Who you got in that?
Rakim, probably.
Rakim.
Yeah.
Who got the better discography though? I got Coogee Rap.
Coogee rap.
Definitely. His solo stuff, Roots of Evil is a classic. I can't believe people don't even talk about that album enough.
Yeah, I definitely was you on that. That album's fire.
You know?
I
But
probably
some
like
of
that
the
more
best
than
storytelling tracks on that album alone.
I agree. I probably like that more than 456.
456 was great too, but the storytelling on Roots of Evil was better to me. That was a great album. J Counter Story, another solid album. Nobody talks about that album.
That was cool too. I just some of the production was kind of
It was off.
it. It's a long story. We're gonna have to review that album. That's all I gotta say. I don't dislike the album, but some production was kind of not the Coogee rap standard I kind of prefer.
And then the album he did with Necro, Godfathers of Rap. I love that album.
Ooh,
That's like a horrorcore album right there. You
yeah,
know,
man.
from
That's a
the
modern
album
day
cover.
classic. I don't think nobody said.
Yes, the album cover and everything, like the whole mood of that album. That's a great album. That's another slept on album for me. I feel like we're gonna get that soon. I feel like like depending on how this go with Karis and Big Daddy Kane, I feel like we might get like a Rakim and LL verses and Coogee Rap. We got to get the Godfathers of Rap in there. It's only right.
Right, you can't always get with these
Yeah,
trapsters.
there's no way in hell you want to fat like it totally ignore the '80s rap for just '90s rap. You know what I'm saying? '90s was great, golden era and all that, but '80s rap we got to put respect on the '80s rap because without
I
them there would
agree.
be no Wu-Tang Clan and Black Moon. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, shit. Can we get a Run DMC versus? Who would you put against Run DMC?
That's a
Beastie
good
Boys?
question.
Beastie Boys.
Probably Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely. I don't want them to announce no Eminem versus yet. We got to put some respect on the '80s rap. They got to come first, and then everybody else after them. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm like Rick Ross got a damn. Rick Ross and 2 Chainz got a damn verses before Run DMC.
That's damn shame.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Public Enemy. Can we get a versus for them?
Run DMC and Public Enemy.
That would be
That can
great.
also work.
That would work. That would work. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that I've been saying Ice Cube and Scarface, so like that has to happen. You know what I'm saying? The Southern artists got to get involved too, as well as the West Coast artists. It just can't be East Coast. Cypress Hill, can they get a versus? I would like for High Road to get a versus. Put High Road and Boot Camp together. Let each artist go off and do their own solo things. Smith and Wesson and Souls of Mischief and Dell and whoever. It's only right. Like they got it. That region got to get involved also, man. We got to get some West Coast matchups and Southern matchups. You know, as a fan, I would like to see that. I just don't want to see the East Coast. You know, there's artists on the West and the South that I like. So I want to see those matchups from down there. Ice Cube and Eminem. Who's winning it?
Hell no. As a versus?
Shit.
Hell
They
no.
discography is limited, especially Ice Cube. On after Leland Injection, it's all downhill from there for me. He would have to do everything from Straight Outta Compton to no, from everything from NWA America's Most Wanted to um Lethal Injection.
Mm. What about the West Side Connection album?
That included. That's it. I mean, or you can say everything from Kill It Will to uh West Side Connection for his solo stuff.
Right.
You know, Eminem. I don't like this man. It's I don't know. Eminem. Eminem's playlist might be difficult because I love his first three, and then Encore was shit, but he got some big hits off of Encore. Rehab and Recovery I like, but his other albums after that is like I don't like nothing. I don't if he play anything even after Recovery and I don't know. Ice Cube might win that shit.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go downstairs for this thing.
Yeah. Stephanie Mills and Diana Ross. Wow.
Diana.
Yeah, Diana off with the Supreme stuff alone, I think she probably win that. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis versus Gamble and Huff. Yeah, that would be a good one too. That would be a good one too. I don't know. Diana would watch Stephanie. That's a good one. Stephanie Mills put up something on Instagram about. She put up a picture of her and Michael Jackson when they were younger. You know, saying that she wished that she would have married Michael Jackson. And I thought that was interesting. I'd rather have Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I think their stuff is more modern though. So I don't know how that would match up with Gamble and Huff. Like I think if you put Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis against the Neptunes, it would be a better battle just for the music set for their time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What's everybody listening to this week? I don't think there's any big albums coming out this week though. It's been I don't know. Like I had a conversation earlier with somebody about the albums of this year as far as rap. I know they mentioned like the Grammy nominations are coming up soon, but I think there were better albums last year than this year. There hasn't really been any huge releases other than the last DMX album, which that faded out real quickly. They didn't even really promote that album after he passed away. Kanye West, Donda, and Drake's album. Other than those albums, there hasn't really been any big albums to me this year that I don't know. Are they even worthy of Grammy nominations? King's Disease 2. You know, Tyler's album I actually enjoyed. I thought Tyler's album was good. I don't know if he'll get nominated for a Grammy. You know, Griselda, West Side Gun dropped Hitler Wears Hermes 8. I know Conway is coming out with his album finally. God Don't Make Mistakes, and other than that, is like, to me it's been a slow year as far as like huge releases and for rap albums. I enjoyed last year's albums a lot more. AZ's album was good. Is the Grammys gonna even acknowledge him? I doubt it. Lloyd Banks, his album was dope. I don't see him getting nominated. You know, Dave East, he had a good album with Harry Fraud. I don't know if that's gonna get nominated. Return to Boom Bap, that's a classic album, and we definitely need to discuss that. We've been talking about that forever. J Cole album was okay. It wasn't one of my favorites though. I mean, if he'll probably get nominated because the Grammys seem to love J Cole, and his stuff is in the past has been nominated, but I didn't really care for it like that. A lot of these albums dropped early in the year too, so it's like, you know, an album that came out like 6 months ago is like, is it really, still that good at the end of the year? You know, people might have forgotten about it. I don't know. I think a lot of this stuff came out early in the year, so it's like you got to look back and kind of like take your pick.
Oh, Jesus.
Been listening to Bjork. Yeah, Bjork. I never checked out a Bjork album like that.
Me neither.
Is she considered alternative?
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people call her like one of the queens of alternative music.
Right. I was saying, the Grammys are supposed to be announcing their nomination soon.
The Grammys?
Yeah.
Well.
So I mean, like, for rap albums, like, what do you think they'll nominate? I mean, a lot of the albums came out early in the year, so
I know ELE 2, that's got to be
you think that's
nominated.
gonna be nominated?
It's got to be. If it's not even the album, I would accept songs from the album.
Right.
King's Disease 2 is definitely nominated.
I think that's gonna be nominated. Yeah.
Hell, that's the winner to me, but
Right. J Cole.
um,
What about J Cole's album?
that's a possibility because that was a good
Cause
album.
they've nominated him before, so I'm like, I could see that happening.
But at the same time, I'm trying to think, like mainstream wise,
Right.
maybe Roddy Rich might get nominated. I don't know. Um, I don't really listen to like a lot of the radio like
Right.
that.
Right.
Like, I listen to what I listen to, so
Right. Doja Cat.
unfortunately, she's gonna get nominated because unfortunately,
Donda and Drake. Will I get nominated? Tyler.
Tyler, yes.
Tyler. I liked his album.
If anything, they're gonna pick Certified Lover Boy
Hmm.
as an album of the year contender,
Yeah,
which
I can see that. I can see that. Is Donda getting nominated? When was the last time Kanye got nominated for anything though? From the
that's
Grammys?
what I'm thinking.
It's been a minute.
He just does a lot of. He just does too much shit.
That
I
I don't
mean,
know. I don't know. Like as it comes to the point where he's pissed off the Grammys that they're not gonna ever nominate him again. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
Because I don't think
that's
Pablo and those other albums got nominated.
um. I know Yeezus got nominated.
He's got nominated.
I think Yeezus did get nominated, but Pablo had a few songs that I want to say got nominated.
Okay,
I want to say
but he didn't win though.
nah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. They're not. Az. Do you think they would recognize him?
I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
If they do recognize him, I'll be surprised and I'll be appreciated because last year the Grammys recognized a lot of underground cats like Freddie Gibbs, so
Right.
I would even accept a song. Yeah, I know I got an echo problem. I'm working on a YouTube video right now. That's why.
What song though?
That's a good question.
I don't know. That's a good. I don't know.
But yeah, like I know probably Megan's gonna get nominated.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I love Evidence album, but I think Evidence always drops consistent stuff. I don't think he's gonna even be in the Grammys radar for his album.
Unfortunately,
Same with Dave East and that Harry Fraud album, Hoffa. I don't think he's gonna get nominated. Or Jim Jones and Harry Fraud, their project. So, like I said, like to me, it wasn't a big year as for rap compared to last year. I think last year we had more huge albums to choose from. This year was like people dropped shit, but it was like early in the year. Some people forgot
yeah.
about some of these albums that came out. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
you
God,
know, I don't know.
Lil
Like to
Baby.
me,
That's what.
the baby he dropped the album.
No, Lil Baby's gonna get. I know.
Oh, little baby.
Yeah, the baby man, he ain't gonna get nominated
You
after
know
what
getting
he
on
did.
there.
After what he ain't gonna get nominated.
What about what's his name? Uh Old Town Road cat. What's his name?
Lil Nas.
Yeah. Cause he dropped
Maybe.
something, right? He dropped something this year.
Yeah, he dropped his
Yeah.
album, and a lot of people did like his albums, but it's
Mm,
not blowing up like I thought it would blow up, in my opinion.
right.
So I don't know.
I don't know
Boston real
at this
shit.
point.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the
No.
Grammy. I want to talk about something else. I'm
Okay.
because the Grammy gonna make me mad once I see the nomination and shit. So
Well,
I
I
want to
mean,
like
this year. I'm not gonna be mad because, well, see, I'm not like huge on the Grammys like I used to be. That there was a
true.
point when I would love to see my artist win a Grammy. Like how long it's taken Nas to win a Grammy, and I feel like he should have won like 6, 7 Grammys years ago. But now, like especially for
Exactly.
this year, I don't feel like a lot of albums came out, but I don't feel like they're like Grammy worthy to even
They're
be.
not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and as much as I love Az, I don't think the Grammys are gonna recognize Az or Evidence. You know what I'm saying? Or Lloyd Banks. You know what I'm saying? Dave East had one of his
Ooh,
best albums. Dave East had one of his best albums with Harry Fraud, and he might go under the radar. So you know what I'm
Dave East
saying?
did his thing with that Karma
Yes, that
joint, right?
Hoffa album was dope. Yes, Hoffa album was
Yes,
dope. And I like
yes.
the other Harry Fraud album that he did with Jim Jones. That was a dope album too. But the Grammys, they're not where they at to recognize those artists. The committee is not where it's at to for them to even recognize Freddie Gibbs last year was historic. But I don't think they're still where they at to recognize those artists. They're gonna recognize the mainstream. They're gonna recognize Drake and Kanye if he hasn't pissed them off to the point where they don't ever nominate him again. Doja Cat, Little Nas X, like you said, Little Baby. Those are the artists I expect to get nominated. If anybody else other than that, and Nas for King's Disease 2. If anybody else that we mentioned get nominated, then I will totally be shocked. You know what I'm saying? Tyler to me he's in my top 3 of this year. I think Call Me When If You Get Lost was a dope ass album, and I'm not a huge Tyler fan, but there's certain albums that I do like from him in the past, like Wolf and and Bastard and Flower Boy, that was dope. Even um uh the what's the last one that he did? The last one with the pink album cover.
Igor.
Igor was dope too. Call Me If You Get Lost was a dope album. I enjoyed that one this year. You know,
That
the
was hot.
DMX album, I feel like they just rushed that out as soon as after he passed away, and there was no
They
promotion
did.
for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, are they gonna nominate DMX because he passed away? You know what I'm saying? You know, Lloyd Banks' album was dope. Again, very little promotion after it dropped. It's like these albums just drop now, and then there's no promotion after it comes out. You know what I'm saying? So are they even gonna look at albums like that? You know,
Chappelle Show.
favorite Stephen King book. Um, Christine for me, definitely. I like Cycle of the Werewolf. I read that in high school. That was a good one. I've seen more of his movies than actually reading his books though. But Christine was a great book.
I never read a Stephen
Never
King
seen him.
book,
He has
but
a lot.
I
He has a
know of
lot.
his work.
Yeah, he has a lot of stuff. A lot of his novels they just turning into like TV series and movies now.
Yeah.
You know,
To me, I'm just gonna be real. Certain books should not be made into TV or movies. I'm just gonna be
it's
real.
hard. It's hard to do some of them to like turn them into like a big screen adaptation. It's hard to do that.
Is it like remember the series of unfortunate events?
Hmm.
That book.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, that was one of the few books when they made it to a movie I actually liked, in
You
my
like that?
opinion, because Jim Carrey was a Count Olaf. I was like, yes.
Yeah. Ronnie said, "Do the right thing" or School Days.
Ooh,
I
damn.
just saw School
Ooh,
Days again last week. They had it on a streaming
yeah,
channel.
yeah. Do the right thing.
I love that. That's my favorite Spike Lee film, hands down. Like I've seen that the most out of all his films.
To me, it's Malcolm X for me.
Malcolm X was great too. That was one of the best biopics. Definitely. Better lyricist, Karis One or Buster Rhymes. Buster. I got Buster.
Karis one.
I love Buster. He got so many different styles. You know what I'm saying? Definitely top 10 in my book.
Oh Jesus,
Well, final was good.
what's good, Vine?
Favorite scene of from Do the Right Thing. Um, Damn, there's so many. My favorite is when what's his name? The cat with the Jordans. When he got his Jordans scuffed by the white dude
Bugging
on the
out.
bike, bugging out when he got his Jordans, his white Jordans scuffed. When the white dude was on the bike wearing the Larry Bird jersey, and he pushes him and he's like, "Damn, you didn't even say excuse me," and then he's like, "Oh my bad." And he walks off and then bugging out looks at his Jordans and be like, "Yo, you scuffed up my score." You know what I'm saying? That shit was
Yeah,
funny.
hilarious.
Scuffed up my and then he's like with the toothbrush and on top of the hydrant and he's brushing the Jordans with his toothbrush and shit. I'm like,
That's
that was crazy. You know, they don't do that anymore though. I don't see people doing that anymore. If they get their Jordan scuffed, they're not running to get a toothbrush to to brush their Jordans.
yeah. Niggas be doing too much.
I had a pair. This is a true story. I had a pair in 1990. I had a pair of some suede feelers back when there was a line of sneakers that Fila had out, and they were like suede and they were like different colors. They had like the Velcro on top, and they were high tops. And I had gotten the some navy blue suede high top feelers, and this is the summertime, and I wore them out. It was during like the summertime, and I wore them. And the first day I wore them, the neighborhood kids decided to put on the fire hydrant, and they were like running around throwing water on people. As kids, we play in the fire hydrant when it was hot, and I picked the wrong day to wear my suede feelers, and I got water all over the suede feelers, and I had to take them shits
Oh
off because
God.
they got ruined. They got ruined the first day. and I was pissed off. I was like,
Damn.
never again. If you near water, do not wear nothing velour or suede because the water will fuck them up.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but that scene was great from Do the Right Thing, and thought every scene in that movie was memorable, man.
Remember that one scene from Do the Right Thing when they had that riot and shit, and then you
Yes,
had Robin Harris's character and his homeboy. They're about to get the Asian motherfucker like, I know why. I know why.
they were yo, and it's there's things in that movie I don't think they could do right now in this era. Like when Robin Harris and the guys that was sitting on the sidewalk when they were making fun when they were like going into the Asian fruit stand and they were making fun of the Asians and how they talk. I don't think they could do that now. That would be highly
Make
controversial if they did that. You know what I'm saying?
highly controversial,
You
especially
know,
since they got the hate crime now and shit. But
right, yeah. A lot of Asians were getting unfairly targeted for whatever reason, and I still don't understand why that was happening. You know what I'm saying? Because like we have no problem ordering Chinese takeout, and those are the people that's delivering our food, but they turn around and they do all these hate crimes against them. I don't understand that. You know, you have no problem for the women going to get their nails done. The Asians are doing your nails. You have no problem going to the nail salon to get your nails done for your mani and pedi, but you turn around and you do a hate crime to these people. So it makes no sense to me.
because people are just confused.
And this was going on after 9/11. There was a lot of Arabs being targeted. A lot of people, that were Muslim being targeted for, people believe that they were behind 9/11. You know what I'm saying? How old am I? I'm old. I've been around. I've been on this planet for many decades. I'm an old wise man. That's how old I am.
He knows Nostradamus.
Yeah. No, I don't know Nostradamus. I'm like the hip hop Gandalf. That's how old I am. I just don't have a great white beard.
What time is it? Two. I'm staying on. So probably about 2:30. Fuck it.
My favorite scene, Ronnie said my favorite scene from Do the Right Thing is the scene that Spike Lee's character Mookie set up the riot. He set up the riot? He didn't set up no riot.
When he threw the trash can in the motherfucker's window and
But yeah,
shit.
but that I think that was gonna happen anyway. I don't blame Mookie for the riot happening. I think that was gonna happen anyway. I mean they killed Radio Raheem in front of everybody. That was bound to happen. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
This okay.
No, go ahead.
Well, after watching that movie a couple
Mm-hmm.
of times, this is what I think. I think he did that as a way of his anger on
Mm-hmm.
Radio Raheem's death,
Right.
but at the same time to protect Sal because he didn't want them. He didn't want I think everybody hurting Sal and everything because Sal, he just wanted to serve pizza for the neighborhood and shit like that, and so he just threw the trash can. That's
They
when he said
burned
the
down
whole
this. They
shit.
burned down the. Hold up! They burned down this. They burned down Sal's. How was he protecting Sal?
I meant before they burned down
Oh,
Sal's when he threw the trash can in the window
right. Oh, I see.
because they were about to whoop
But
Sal's ass.
hold up! So that was like a distraction from them whooping Sal's ass. He's still white.
That's my theory and shit. That's really and
That's a terrible theory.
no. Think
I
about it.
I
Think
think
about
I
it.
think part of it, but he was mad at Sal too though, because remember when Bugging Out came into the pizzeria and he got kicked out because he was complaining that there's no black people on the wall of Sal's. You
Yes,
know what I'm saying?
but
And that
at the
bothered.
same
And then that conversation he had with the brother, um, the older brother,
Italian, but
that
yeah.
that he would pick on the younger brother. That bothered him.
Hmm.
So I think Mookie I feel like he didn't really care if Sal had burned down because he was already frustrated with his work. His employers is that he was working with and Sal.
I mean, that's a good point. You can say that too, but at the same time, Sal has always said that Mookie was like a son to him, and
Right. That's true.
despite all the bullshit Mookie had to
Mm-hmm.
put through with Sal's, he still had a lot of respect,
Right.
and he can say love for Sal and his sons too.
That's true.
He it's just a everyone hates a 9 to 5 job and shit like that, and then
Right.
he just wanted his paycheck because part of him
Yes.
was mad because he wanted his fucking money
Right.
and stuff like that too.
He was getting
So
jerked around.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
with him throwing that trash can, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, he didn't want to hurt Sal, and he was caught in the middle
Right.
and shit too, because you know that
Right.
scene where everyone was looking at Mookie and stuff like that, and then once they were about to gang up on Sal, and he saw Sal all defensive because his sons, I'm sorry, but his sons they were just in the background, they weren't doing shit,
Yeah.
just
They
posing
wasn't doing nothing.
on some
Right.
nigga shit. I'm gonna be real.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I forgot that they were even part of the riot until they showed them at the scene.
Right.
So him throwing that trash can just set the whole fucking shit in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
And they were jealous that the father had a relationship with Mookie and said that I consider you like my son because they felt like he was getting favoritism, like he was taking long lunch breaks, to change clothes, go home and shower. Nobody, you can't do that at work. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
for a
because
regular
the
employee.
son, because the sons were always arguing with one another. Mookie was really
Right.
the one doing the most work and shit like that.
Right. And then
I
when
saw,
mm,
I
right,
saw
my
the
bad.
elder son always doing fucking this. The youngest son was just clueless and shit like that. And like
Mm.
in my opinion, those were like the least developed characters in the whole movie. In
And
my
then
opinion.
like when his sister would come in and his sister, remember like, Sal had a thing for his sister, for Mookie's sister,
Yeah.
and he would make like special sandwiches for her and all that, and they were looking at it like, yo, what the hell is really, like, they're looking, the two sons are looking at Sal flirt with Mookie's sister, and they're like, what the hell is going on here, Dad? You know what I'm saying? So there was, I think,
They might be in
poor
the deleted
Mookie.
scene where it explains more about that.
Right. Poor Mookie was caught in the middle. Like when he just watch his friend get killed by the cops unfairly, and then like you're working for Sal, and this is the place that people go to for their neighborhood pizza, and it's like, yeah, what do you do? What do you feel like maybe it was out of frustration that he threw the garbage can in the window?
Yeah, I mean, frustration, he was out of frustration, it was out of fear, it was out of courageousness, it was out of it was like a lot of emotions all
Right.
in that one scene that it was too much.
Right.
But
I
the Radio Raheem's death was just
I don't I don't know how you would. I'm trying to think. Is there a way he could have prevented that from happening? Like, is there some, maybe he could have did something differently in that situation? I don't know,
what
because
could
the,
he have
the
done?
like you said it, right. The two sons wasn't gonna do nothing. They still just still gonna let it happen. They wasn't gonna for a black person. They were racist. They didn't care if he died or not. So they wasn't gonna step up and do anything to save his life. Where I don't even remember where Bugging Out was at, and the other friends. Martin Lawrence
Bugging out,
character. Mm-hmm.
man, bugging out. He was. I think at that time the police had already arrested him because at that time he
That's
was
right.
just
That's right.
gone.
That's right.
Like, where?
I forgot about that. Right.
Africa.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, cause that's right. Cause he was in Sal with Radio Raheem when that happened,
Yeah,
and he demanded, we not leaving until y'all put some black motherfuckers on this wall, and I forgot about that. Right. So he was already carted
yeah.
off into the car and all that, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like somebody said, a vinyl said, like, that movie has so much meaning, even into, yeah, it will forever have meaning in today's society. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spike Lee was just ahead of his time when he did that movie. That came out in what, '89? That was
Yep.
crazy, man, crazy.
You know what other movie I felt like was always ahead of its time?
Oh,
Dead Presidents.
yes, definitely another
Yeah,
classic,
let's talk about
another
that.
great.
Let's talk about that.
Yes, I
Like the
loved
the,
it.
the, mis, the mistreatment of black veterans alone
Right.
speaks volumes in that movie.
Yeah. And I think, like, that was like, I always used to see it like that was the easy way to get rid of black people. Like, oh, let's send them off to Vietnam so they can get killed. They love playing with guns
Man,
anyway, right? So let's send them off with all the guns they want, all the ammunition, and they can shoot each other up and die. We don't care about
ain't no
them. We're not
nigga gonna
gonna.
send me to the fucking army. They can
Yeah,
kiss my
that was
ass.
that was I was never that was never an option for me. Like, I know I have friends that was their thing. I have family members that went into the army and all that, and have relatives that did that, but that was never nothing that I cared to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I love watching GI Joe on TV, but I'm not trying to be GI Joe. You know what I'm saying? So
Shit. I
nah,
don't even
yeah,
watch
y'all,
MASH.
I never watched MASH. That was never my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like y'all can have Vietnam, y'all can have Desert Storm. I'm not trying to be a part of that. You know what I'm
Shit,
saying?
give me, give
So
me, give me Goma Pile any day and shit.
I didn't even watch that. I didn't. And the thing is, like, I love movies, and I had this conversation on a movie podcast that I was on like months ago, like talking about army films because that's like the one genre of movies I never cared for. I never cared to watch army films. I've seen
I
some.
hate Army.
I've seen some just because of the curiosity in me, and being a movie lover. Like I've seen Platoon, I've seen Full Metal Jacket, but as far as like classics, I don't think like I wouldn't put them on my classic list of movies though.
So
You know what I'm
you haven't
saying?
seen Apocalypse Now?
I've never seen that. I always heard about it. Never seen it.
I only watched that movie for Marlon Brando because Marlon
Right,
Brando gave one of his best performances on that movie.
right,
Even though that was the beginning of Fat Marlon, but we're gonna let that slide.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen movie Fury. That was a army film with Brad Pitt a couple of years ago. I think they got an Oscar nod. Um, Casualties of War with Michael J. Fox. That was a good one.
I heard that
Um,
was that.
uh, I just recently saw Private Ryan, and Private Ryan been out since '98. I just recently saw Private Ryan like a couple months ago.
I love Tom Hanks. I never got into that movie. I just felt like it was
Yeah,
one of those movies that was so Oscar baity that it
yeah.
was not even funny.
You could tell. You could tell the ones that's like Oscar ready. You know what I'm saying? That I think Vin Diesel, that was his debut role in that film, and Matt Damon was in it, and that was okay. Like I'm not a huge Tom Hanks fan. I like some of his films, but I'm not. That was like one genre of films that I really didn't gravitate to. Was never army films, and even westerns. I'm starting to get more into westerns now, but yeah, I'm not. I wasn't big on like army related stuff. Like I said, like other than GI Joe, that's really the only like and Rambo, because Rambo was like a renegade and he didn't follow the rules. But other than that, I wasn't huge on like army films like that.
Yeah, man. Did you ever see Red Tails about the Tuskegee Airmen?
I saw Red Tails, yes, I saw Red
Okay,
Tails.
yeah.
That was more historical because we studied the Tuskegee Airmen in middle school. Like I studied that when I was in like sixth grade, so I knew
Right.
about the Tuskegee Airmen already. And then like when I found out that they who I think John Singleton did that film, right?
Oh yeah, he did do that film.
Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace, to John Singleton. When I found out he was doing the film with like an all black cast, I'm like, yo, I got to see this film. So that was a decent film. It didn't get a lot of praise like a Pearl Harbor would, or a Private
Right,
Ryan, but we know why. But
right,
it was a decent film. That was a good film.
right. Because those movies, those are like grand, the grand phoenix when it comes to that genre.
Yeah, Pino. That was his name in Do the Right Thing. Pino. Yeah, he was a real piece of shit, yo.
Oh yeah, the Italian
The
nigga.
brother,
Yeah.
yeah, the brother, yeah.
See,
John
even I
Turturro.
forgot the name.
John Turturro. That's his real name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in a
Um.
lot of Spike Lee films too, like Mo Better Blues and Jungle Fever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never seen Jungle Fever, believe it or not.
Jungle Fever was good. That's another film that speaks. Well, it used to speak to society. Now it's different because interracial dating is not a thing no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a huge. You think it's still a thing? I mean, there's plenty interracial couples that had kids already. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like with black and white, but at the same time, there's like you have to think about the Asian culture too now and
right,
stuff. And with that whole house nigga mentality, King
right,
Kong
right,
theory, especially when it
right.
comes to African men too. Like
True, true.
we interracial dating is still it's not
I
as
think
taboo, but it's still
yeah. I think
like a
it's
little
more accepted now than it was in '91 though.
right.
You
Cause
know,
91, man, you even dated a girl that was mixed and shit like that.
right? It was crazy. Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
what's wrong with you? You know your color. Like you bringing a white woman home. What's wrong with you, boy? You know, it's more accepted now. So and I have cousins in my family that married white women and have mixed kids. So it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, man. I even went out with a Mexican this year.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
talked to
man.
him. I spoke to a Mexican, so you know what I mean. We still friends, so you know what I mean. I'm not racist at all. Like love is blind to me. So you love who you love.
Yeah, I just can't love white girls. I I just
You know,
I
everybody has
mean,
their preference. So
yeah. I mean, like not 100% white. If it's mixed, I don't. That's cool, but not no
right,
100%
not
white.
100% white for you. I feel you.
Nah, I even tried to like at least talk to a 100% white girl this year.
Well,
Believe it or not, I did. Not
right.
date, just talk.
I
Nah,
mean, yeah. It's still an issue with like you have those people that still want to date just their race and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? But I think in society overall, it's more accepted now than it was in '91.
right.
You know what I mean? Rashawn, you going to sleep? All right,
Ray
Rashawn.
Sean.
Great soundtrack. Do the right thing. Oh, Dead
I,
Presidents. You
I
talking
I
about?
need the score soundtrack, not just the regular soundtrack.
For Dead Presidents?
Are you talking about Do the Right Thing or Dead Presidents for soundtrack?
I think Sam is saying Sam said great soundtracks. I'm assuming he's talking about Dead Presidents.
Well, both soundtracks are good though,
Both
because
soundtracks
the
good?
Dead President has some heat, because it mostly centered on like
Yeah.
70s soul and
Right.
shit too. So,
Favorite scene of Dead Presidents. I like the scene when Anthony
ooh,
would when Anthony came back home and he went to the pool spot and he bust that dude's ass. That owed him money. The
Terrence Howard's
what was
character.
Terrence Howard's character? Yeah, I forgot his name in
Yeah,
that film. That shit was hilarious.
man, I just called
Remember,
him the
because
light skinned bully.
right, remember before he went off to the army, he was punking him, and when he came back home, he was like, "Not no more." You fucked that nigga up. I was like, "Yo, that shit was funny."
Right.
And there's so many good scenes in that film though.
My favorite scene, it might be typical, but I love the last scene
Yeah,
where like you had Martin Sheen playing the judge.
right.
Lorenz Tate was talking about, I'm a veteran,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, yada yada. He thought that just because like the judge was a veteran too, it would get
Mm-hmm.
sympathy. But it
Mm-hmm.
was the what the judge said, I served at a war, a real war.
Right.
That shit right there was
Yeah, but he went through a war though. They went through a war, right? Didn't they go through a war?
yeah, but at that yeah, I remember at that time when the
Mm.
Vietnam's veterans were coming back from the war, a
Mm.
lot of people were giving them like a lot of shit, calling them baby killers and whatnot. And
Right.
it's crazy too because since the Vietnam War, you had an uprise when it came to like a lot of blacks when it came black veterans with PTSD, but no
Right.
one does not want to give them as much class as like a white person with PTSD. If you think
Right.
about it. And
Right.
that's one thing I can never really celebrate Veterans Day and all that too because they don't always talk about the black veterans that laid a foundation when it came to like
Right.
World War II and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
That's why like
um.
all these veterans army bullshit I can't
Yeah.
fuck with because
Yeah.
you put
Cowboy.
them
That
in
was
the
his name.
yeah
Cowboy. That was
you
his name. Yeah.
that's why they locked up Cassius Clay and I'm going to use Cassius Clay in this instance
Right.
and stuff too. That's why they
Mm.
did that to him.
I agree.
Y'all ain't gonna make
Vinyl.
me no guinea pig. Fuck that.
Vinyl said, "I love all women of melanin. Ran through white girls when I was in high school. They just don't do it for me anymore. I never had a white girl. I've had Spanish and I had black. I never had a white chick or Asian chick. So
Man,
my preference
whatever
has always
happened
been
to
white.
the white girls like fucking Elizabeth Taylor or some shit. And all these white girls are being like Kardashians and now and shit. Like,
You saw Elizabeth
give me
Taylor
a
was cute.
white girl. Give me a white girl like fucking B. Arthur at her prime or Mary
B.
Tyler
Arthur.
Moore. Mary Tyler Moore. Like, give me a Mary Tyler Moore and shit like that.
B. Arthur. You thought B. Arthur was cute?
Hell yeah, back in Marlin and shit. Hell
What?
yeah, I thought B. Arthur
What?
was cute.
The Golden Girls. Reg, Reg, she old enough to
Nigga,
be
how come
all our
every
fucking
time I say I
mom.
like a white girl, y'all get mad?
B. Arthur, the Golden
B.
Girl.
Y'all don't know B like I know B. That's all I
You
gotta
know she's
say.
dead, right? You know she's dead, right?
Nigga, of course I know she's dead. Nigga, I
B.
know.
B. Arthur, bro,
I mean,
she
just
old enough to be both our grandmothers. Yo. What we
I
talk
thought the girl
about?
that played Helen from the Jeffersons was cute as fuck. Roxy Roker. I thought she was cute as fuck.
Helen.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz's mom.
Oh, you thought you like old? You like them old, man. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
hey, 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 hey,
You
hey.
like the old. I like MILFs. I don't know what you like. You like something
That
else.
is a milf. What you talking about?
That's beyond MILF. That's something else. B Arthur. B Arthur's
Hey,
like a great grandmother. Like
at
no,
that time,
no.
she was a milf. At that time,
At that time in the 70s,
at that time, she
I
was a
wasn't
milf.
even born when she was in, like doing that other show. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like,
I wasn't born. If I find her attractive, I find her attractive. Shit.
hey man, who else do you find attractive that's like over 60? I just want to know. I just want to know. I'm curious. I'm curious to know who you find attractive at their age,
You mean white, black, or what? Like,
or any color. I mean,
all
Halle
right, all
Berry
right.
is fine still for her age. She's still fine
Yeah,
for
but
her
Halle Berry is
age.
not over 60, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, not yet, but she she's still fine for somebody that's in their 50s. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know any fine chick that's in.
Halle, Lynn Whitfield, what's that? Angela Bassett, Regina Hall. I mean,
Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey. What?
oh
How was
hell yeah, Mariah, hell yeah.
Mariah's in her 50s?
Well, you just talking about 50? Oh, damn.
Because she's
Okay, I
not
thought
white,
you.
so she's mixed.
The white people still
She
trying to claim Mariah.
right? She not fully white, Ronnie.
um, what's that white girl name and shit? Hell, I think she is still cute though. Fuck it,
Cher? I haven't seen Cher in decades. How she look now?
she still looks the same since 1982.
Wow. She do? Wow.
Yo, look, like have you seen a picture of her and her mom and shit?
No, I don't think I
Oh
have.
shit, hold on. Oh, you gonna be like their
You,
sisters and
Ronnie, you
shit.
thought Mariah Carey was a white girl? No, she's mixed.
Yeah, she's black, white, Irish. She's
Yeah,
mixed with everything. Like that.
yeah. How about the scene when the dude leaves the apartment on some disrespectful? Oh, you talking about the dude that was giving Anthony's wife the money?
Yeah, Clifton
That
Powell's character.
yeah, Clifton Powell's character. That was some crazy shit. He threw Anthony down the stairs and shit, and
Nigga
pulled
was
out the
a
gun
fuck.
on him and shit.
Nigga was a fucking dick.
Yeah, I wanted him to get popped. I wanted Anthony to pop to really like put a bullet in him.
You
We ain't
know,
get that.
Clifton Powell never dies in the movie and
Yeah,
shit.
we ain't get that shit though. We ain't get that.
You know, Clifton Powell never dies in the movie. You know,
How about Ronnie said? How about Daisy from Dukes of Hazard? The
hell
original
no,
Daisy or
hell
what's her
no,
name? Jessica Simpson. You didn't like Daisy from
no.
Dukes of Hazard?
I never
She
liked
was
Dukes of
fine.
Hazzard. Like
That was my show. I love Dukes of Hazard. Am I the only black person that love Dukes of Hazard? I think I'm the only
no,
black
no.
person
There's
that
other
loved that shit.
blacks that like Dukes of Hazzard, but
But when I was little, my mom used to be like, she didn't understand why I liked that show so much. It was because of the car. I love the General Lee, and I
see,
got it for Christmas.
I'm more of a Dallas fan than Dukes of Hazzard.
You like Dallas, and my mom loved that. I've
Hold
never
on.
watched any of those shows.
Dallas was not a soap opera. First of all, it was for the men. It was
Yo,
literally for the men.
yo, I swear, you and my mom could have a conversation about '80s shows like Dallas and Falcon Crest because I didn't watch none of that shit. I just thought that shit was boring.
Nah, Falcon Crest. Nah, I can't even get with Falcon Crest either.
You can't get Falcon Crest? Okay.
Like Dallas was the only quote unquote primetime soap, and I use that term soap lightly when I
I
talk about
see.
Dallas.
Being like a kid, I was attracted to. I love cars, and I used to go to the car show all the time. And any of those iconic shows, if you notice, they had cars that was
Knight
memorable.
Rider.
Right, Knight Rider with Kit. You had the General Lee for Dukes of Hazzard. You had the black van with the red stripe on the 18. So any vehicle that I thought was a dope ass car, I was watching the show. So I watched Starsky and Hutch for the cop car that they had with the red with the white trim. I love that car, the General Lee and Kit. So all of these shows with the iconic cars, this is the shows that I watched. So I was a fan of Dukes of Hazzard because of the General Lee, and then I liked Bo and Luke Duke, and they were like rep like I want to say like what how they were like early 20s at that time. So they were like young rebels getting away from the cops all the time, getting away from Boss Hog and that clumsy cop Roscoe with his dog with the flappy ears. And so I grew up on these shows. So it's different back then compared to now. It's like somebody now, or not even now, but somebody like in the 90s, they could grow up on, like Hector said, Baywatch. Like Baywatch, I would look at for Pamela Anderson because she was hot. You know what I'm saying? And this is before the sex tape even came out with her and Tommy Lee. You know what I'm saying? And they had what's his name? They had your boy from Knight Rider, the one that played Michael Knight on that show. So
Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff, right? So that's why I watched it. You know what I'm saying? But I think I'm the only black dude that likes the Duke. I can't find nobody else that was black that liked the Dukes of Hazzard but me. I had like the Dukes of Hazzard bed sheets. I had the toys. I had everything.
Shit. A white girl I also found sexy. No
Who's
lie.
that? Uh-huh.
The mom from Family Ties.
The mom from Family Ties.
Yeah,
What's her name?
Meredith Baxter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you just have a thing for old biddies. I'm convinced now. I'm
Hey,
convinced. You just have a thing for old biddies.
I rarely date girls my age, like that ass. Like I rarely date girls my
Madonna
age.
was sexy in the 80s and 90s, but have you seen Madonna now? She hasn't aged well.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
she looks like she's 70 now, and I mean she's
Yeah.
still pretty, but it's just like,
She
girl,
has muscle because she's been working. She has muscle, but she's old. So it's old. It's like an old lady with muscle. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no,
well,
she's not cute anymore.
speaking of Madonna, this bitch had the audacity to say
Mm.
that Dave Chappelle was the modern day James Baldwin. I'm just like, Madonna, please stop trying to
Madonna said that.
be black. Like, please.
Wow.
Every time she tries to pay homage to black people, it always backfires. Remember what happened with Aretha Franklin?
Right. I actually
Fucking
thought Daisy was gorgeous from Dukes of Hazzard. That's what started the whole Daisy Duke thing. That whole Daisy Duke craze. It was the original Daisy Duke.
uh, I bet you they stole that from a black person.
Oh my God, there
I
was no
bet
blacks
you.
from Dukes of Hazzard.
No,
There
I'm
was no
just saying. I
blacks.
bet you they stole that whole
They stole
Daisy
that.
Duke concept from African tradition and
Oh, I
shit like
see.
that. I bet you. I refuse to believe she started the whole Daisy Duke thing. I
Meryl,
refuse to believe.
Rhino says, "Can Meryl Streep get it?" Right? Ask him that. He probably like Meryl Streep.
Nah, she's not my kind of white girl.
She
Nah,
not your kind of white girl. What's wrong with her?
she's not. Nah,
You,
she's
she too
too
young for him. She too
she's too
young.
prestige. Like, nah, she kind of bougie. Like, give me like a looser white girl that give
Wow.
give me give me an Angelina Jolie. Like, give me
Angelina's
somebody.
still gorgeous. She's still gorgeous.
Yeah, give me somebody like that. Like,
Jennifer
uh,
Aniston. What do you think about Jennifer Aniston? She's gorgeous, man.
I mean,
Jennifer
she's
Aniston.
girl next
And I
door.
didn't watch Friends. I just got the T-shirt, but she's
Oh
gorgeous.
gosh, I just realized
Yes,
that T-shirt.
yes. It's the Friends T-shirt. I didn't watch the show just because I love pop culture and she was gorgeous on that show.
I mean, she
You
was
know,
pretty, but she wasn't.
they
I kind
they
of felt like Courtney
they,
Cox
they,
was more sexy.
they needed a black friend like me on Friends. I would have been going after Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox. So,
Man.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Kim Whitley, definitely.
Kim Whitley, is she
Y'all
black?
saw her next Friday when she
What's the
had on
name?
them like pump pumps and shit.
She's black. We talking about white chicks here.
Yeah, I don't give a
She not
fuck,
she's
man.
not she's not old enough for Reggie. You like them chicks that's 70, 80 and up, yo.
Nigga, I like 30 and
Sharon
up.
Stone.
Excuse me.
You like Sharon
Excuse
Stone? I'm
me.
surprised you said Sharon Stone.
Yeah, hell yeah, I like Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone from Total Recall or Sharon Stone from Basic Instinct?
Sharon Stone from Basic Instinct.
Mm. She was hot in that film. She,
Um,
I see. Oh,
what is that white girl's name? Jesus.
what movie was she in?
Lonnie Anderson.
Lonnie Anderson from WKRP. With her,
Her
with
and
her,
Jan Smithers. They can both
with
get
her,
it.
with her fake tits.
Yeah,
Reggie,
yeah, she did have fake tits. I'm not gonna front.
Reggie
Yeah,
want to clean some cobwebs. I think she do. I
I
think he want to clean some of these chicks' cobwebs out.
fuck it. I take that. I can't get with a girl with a fake ass, fake tits. I can't
Right.
like.
Demi Moore is gorgeous. Hell yeah. Demi Moore? How about her?
Nah, I can't.
You don't like Demi
Nah,
Moore?
nah.
What? You?
I never saw the appeal. Like,
Wow.
give me a Susan Lucci over Demi Moore and shit. Like,
Susan Lucci. Susan Lucci from All My Children? Susan Lucci?
no, Susan Lucci for How to Survive in South Central. Susan Lucci.
Wow. This dude says Susan Lucci over Demi Moore. Wow. That's crazy.
Shit.
That is crazy.
What? A white girl, white girl, white girl.
Have you seen any films with Demi Moore in it? Like Ghost or G.I.
I seen
Jane?
Ghost. I seen Ghost a while back ago.
You saw Ghost? I prefer Demi Moore with the long hair though, not the short hair. But she just looked too dykey for me in with that haircut. But the long hair Demi Moore, yeah, she was gorgeous.
Shit, give
Elvira.
me.
Oh, you talking about Michelle Pfeiffer, Elvira? I thought you meant the other Elvira,
That's what I thought they meant too.
the
I'm like,
horror
okay,
chick. I'm
okay.
like Elvira.
Oh, I thought you meant the Elvira with the dark.
Yes, that's what I thought you were talking about. Like, no. I'm
Cause
like,
they said
but
Scar.
she old enough for Reg. You know what I'm saying? She's like 80 years old with big
Yo,
fake tits. So
she gotta be a dominatrix on the low. I'm not gonna
you think
front.
so?
Hell yeah,
How old is she? Think she's still doing that?
hell yeah. There's a lot of older women that still be doing dominatrix and shit.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Well, Michelle Pfeiffer used to look good. I think she hasn't aged well though.
I never saw the
You
appeal in
never
Pfeiffer
saw her
like
appeal.
that.
She
I
was
mean, she
good
was.
looking in Scarface and
Yeah.
in Batman Returns, but even in Wolf she was like she had like a older woman type of sexiness in that film.
Hey, I ain't dating no white woman from the '60s because nah, I ain't going that far back. Let me stop.
Lonnie, you said Lonnie Anderson and she dead. So.
No, I meant like he said 1958 and shit like that. I was
1958?
like, hey, we ain't doing no Emmett
Nah,
Till up here. Nah.
nah. Dolly Parton, not for me.
Hell no.
Olivia Newton-John, not for me.
Um, she can get head for me. She can give me head.
Olivia Newton-John? Wow.
She can give me head.
How old is she now?
70s. I mean,
Wow.
60s, 70s. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I
That don't
mean,
even sound right. Like I'm disgusted. I am disgusted.
what? If
The
she
same,
wants to suck my dick, I'm gonna let her suck my dick. I don't care how old she is. Fuck.
the same way people are disgusted by R. Kelly, I'm disgusted by you and these older
Hold on, wait a minute. It's over 18. I'm over
I know,
18.
but I'm disgusted by even thinking of a 70-year-old woman giving head to anybody. So
Hey, if she says she's good, I mean,
Marissa
fuck, really.
Tomei, yeah, she was hot. Marissa Tomei was hot.
80s, 90s Marissa.
Yeah, yeah, not now. She playing like the aunt to Peter Parker and Spider-Man and shit.
I used to think Kirstie Alley looked good,
Uh,
but when she started getting, when she started gaining all that weight, and
oh God, has she ever been small?
yeah, she lost the
Oh,
weight
she has?
back. I mean,
Oh
yeah,
man.
but I don't know. I just never. Back in Cheers, that's the only time we thought she
Right.
was dime and shit. But
And Prince had a thing for her. So
of course,
what was that about? He was chasing
remember he was
the
she was on the Love Symbol album and shit.
yeah, he was chasing the chubby chaser. He was a chubby chaser back then.
She wasn't chubby then.
She wasn't chubby back then when she did Love Symbol
Nah,
album.
nah.
I saw
When
I
she
saw
got
Luke who's hold on, I saw Luke who's talking and she was chubby in that film. You remember that film Luke was
what?
talking with the talking babies?
She
Yes.
was she was thick. She was not
She
chubby.
was thick. They didn't
She
even
was
have
thick.
thick back then. They didn't call it thick back then. It was either you was slim or you was fat.
Hey, well, I called it thick.
You call it thick back then? Yeah, we could look at it now and be like, oh, she was thick. They didn't call it thick
Oh,
back then though.
Race Jones can get it, yo.
Not for me. She looked too manly.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
that.
That's
I
like
love that.
that's RuPaul before RuPaul. I'm
That's
sorry.
disrespectful. That's disrespectful. That is
I'm,
disrespectful.
I'm sorry. When I was little, I
Hold
thought
up.
Grace Jones was a man. I did because she had a flat top. I'm like, yo, this is a transvestite.
You know what? Don't you ever disrespect. Don't you know? That's the ebony.
She is a legend. I get it, but I thought she was a
No.
man growing up. I'm like, why is she wearing
Said
suits and why does she
RuPaul.
have? Bro, I swear to you, I thought she was a man. I'm like, why is she wearing double-breasted suits like a man and she has a flat top?
That
And
she
no
was.
bra.
That's the androgynous look back in that time and
And
shit.
I
Boy
don't
George
know what
was doing
no
shit like
5-year-old no 5-year-old know what androgynous mean at 5 years old. Okay, like I'm looking at these videos and I'm like, why does this woman look like a man? I thought she was a tranny. I really did.
that. Anyway, who is this?
Freezy was
What's
good,
up,
yo.
Vibes? What's up, Vibes?
I know him. Uncle
Look at
Freezy,
that.
what up? What's
You
good?
think that's RuPaulish?
Yes, she looks like a man there.
No, she
She looks like a even with the makeup. That's RuPaul before RuPaul.
No, she don't. y'all just let that in Living
Hey,
Color.
I'm
When
just
in Living
saying.
Color did that sketch.
I don't even remember that sketch. Who did that? That was Damon. Who did that sketch?
Kim Wayans.
Kim Wayans did that sketch? I gotta look back at that. It's been years. I don't remember.
Hello, Rocky. She was boxing Jim Rocky, played by Jim Carrey.
Oh my god. Yo, she's a legend. I just like when you see these images as a kid and you're kind of confused like, yo, is that a man or is that a woman? You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't look like a woman to me. She looked like when this is an era when you had Whitney Houston who looked like the woman back then and Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Grace
Okay.
Jones, I'm like, is this a woman or a man or a woman trying to be a
Well,
man?
sometimes I like an exotic look. Sometimes, like
That's
sometimes
exotic
I
to
like.
you? So
Yeah, I mean,
so Gloria Stefan is not exotic enough for you?
yeah. Gloria Estefan is
Oh,
exotic.
she
Yeah,
cute to you?
she's.
What
Oof,
a, what about Bunny the Barge? When she was young, she was a dime piece.
don't get me started. I will hop
Bunny
all
the
over that
Barge.
pussy. I
Salute. What's good? We chilling? We
don't give a.
chilling. We just
I
having
don't give
a good chat right now on live stream. Yo, happy that you here.
Oh,
Happy that you here, Freezy.
let me show you who I would get with.
Who you got? You got a magazine or somebody?
Oh, you'll see.
You about to show me like 85 Grace Jones jet cover or something like that?
Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. I'm gonna show you who I'm gonna get with.
Billy Preston. Gabrielle Union is hot, and she got even hotter because she's working out. She got like a nice little workout body now. Gabrielle Union, what you think about her, Reg?
I mean, she's good. I heard she eats ass though.
I heard that too. She did say that. She did say that. And
I mean,
she openly said that in the interview. I did hear that. But it seemed like over
I don't
time.
know about that ass.
Hey man, that just go to show you that she's a freak. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know if I want to make out with Dwayne Wade and shit when I'm in.
You stupid. Hey, he better not let that go. You know what I'm saying? He gonna regret letting her go. Yeah, Gabrielle Union is definitely sexy. Who's that? Janet Jackson? Kim Fields, yes. She was cute back then. I used to watch Facts of Life just to see her.
I
Just to
still
see
watch
her.
Facts of Life just to see.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but I used to watch it just for Tootie. It wasn't for Natalie or Nancy or
Just for
none of them other
Joe
people.
and Tootie.
Nah, not Joe. Joe? You like Joe?
Joe,
Nah,
Joe can get it too.
not
Shit.
Joe was like the man of the crew, not Joe.
What not? What is up with you? My
Not
fantasies
Joe.
always being meant.
I'm not shitting on your fantasy. I'm just saying I didn't look at Joe like that. Like Joe to me gave off like a dykey vibe, like a tomboyish vibe to me. I didn't look at Joe like that.
Mo,
But
you gotta
but
wait till like the last two seasons when
last
she
two
had that
seasons she was
longer
cute.
hair.
Oh really? I didn't
When
know
she
that.
had that longer hair, oh man.
Maybe I forgot because I watched it up until the end, so maybe I just forgot how she looked back then. Jessica Alba,
Shit.
yes, she's still hot. Jessica Alba.
Nah,
You don't like Jessica
not
Alba?
really.
What?
Not really.
Hold up, you
I
like
never saw that.
you would go hold up you would pick Grace Jones over Jessica Alba? Wow,
I
that's
would pick
crazy.
Loretta Devine over Jessica Alba.
What? Loretta Devine? Have you seen how she look now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, bro, I'm convinced you just like old biddies, man. That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is.
No, sometimes when I suck on an old girl's tits and shit like that, you guys don't know what it's like sucking on an old girl's tits sometimes,
I
man.
don't know. You right about that.
Like sometimes, you just gotta stuff the whole shit in your fucking
Wow,
mouth and stuff like that. Like
wow.
it'd be like a fucking Tootsie Roll pop or some
I'm
shit.
disgusted. I am disgusted. I am utterly disgusted. I'm
Like I
using the
remember
word
one time,
utterly. I gotta use a word like utterly because that's how disgusted I am. I can't just say disgusted. I am utterly disgusted.
one time there was one older lady and shit like that, man.
Uh,
Oof. I was like,
Yo, you stupid. Hector said you get powdered milk. He said you get powdered milk. Oh shit.
shit, man. She made me breakfast. So
What?
what's up?
Okay. What about? Okay. Judy Winslow or Rudy Huxtable. Which one was cuter to you? I'm going with Judy. Judy was fine. Have you seen her pornos? Have you seen her in those pornos? I'm going with Judy Winslow.
Mm, yeah, now I still feel like she's finer now than Keisha Knight Pullum, but Keisha Knight Pullum's aged gracefully
She
too.
was for that Chingy video. She was hotter than that.
Yeah, man, fuck Chingy. I'm talking about Keisha Knight Pullum when she was on fucking House of Pain and shit.
I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that show.
Uh,
I never seen it.
yeah,
Vanessa
Vanessa
Williams
L.
definitely.
Williams is pretty.
Yes. The Miss America definitely.
No, the dark
The other
skin one,
one.
Jamaica. Yeah,
She alright. I like the other
she,
Vanessa Williams. she
yeah. Other Vanessa
she
Williams is
alright.
more fun,
She.
but you get mad at me because I don't like Jessica Alba
No,
far.
I'm not. I'm just trying to see your taste. So you know what I'm saying? I like the other. I like Miss America Vanessa Williams. I think
Shit, I like
she's still gorgeous.
Kamorley Simmons though. Oof.
Yes, she's gorgeous still. Definitely. Patti LaBelle. What about her?
Yeah,
You got to
Patty
think about
too.
that. If you got to look up in the ceiling and think about it, I mean, she's not that really fine.
No, because it's like I've always thought Patty was fine and shit like that, but
Mm,
I'm trying to figure out what era I liked her the best and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You like 80s ever, 70s,
80s,
80s. That's when she had the weird hairdos and kicking off her shoes in the crowd and all.
exotic shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, what's old girls?
I just got a picture in my head of Patti LaBelle coming to the bedroom and kicking off her slippers at you. Oh,
She
dude.
be like,
Right? God.
remember at the BT Awards when she did that tribute to Prince and Prince got
Right.
her shoe?
Right. I remember that. That was funny.
Speaking of Prince, who was the finest Prince protege and shit?
Apollonia.
Nah, I'm gonna go with
Definitely.
Sheila.
Vanity.
Vanity is second.
Right.
Tisha
Diana
can't.
Ross. Tisha Campbell her birthday was yesterday. I think she's 53, 54.
Yeah, she's pretty, but she ain't a dime like everyone makes her out to be. I feel
Applehead?
like, yeah,
Applehead? I think Pam was finer than Applehead.
yeah. Pam was more beautiful. I mean,
Yeah. Pam was she was just a gorgeous ass hood chick. You know. Vanity, yeah, definitely. Sheila E. Sheila E. definitely is still cute for her age. Vanity, man, Vanity was God. Imagine Vanity in Purple Rain and not Apollonia. You think that would? I think Apollonia would have been better with Vanity. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Cause she was more. She had like a stronger personality to me than Apollonia.
I don't know. I can't picture Prince slapping Vanity and shit.
You know.
Vanity looks like the
Well, I
kind of
mean,
girl that would slap that.
well, they were going together. I mean, you would think she would get into the character, being that it's her boyfriend on camera, though. You
True.
know. Shaka
Jess
Khan.
Lee.
Shaka Khan was I think Shaka Khan was gorgeous. Well, I mean, she not ugly looking right now. I think she was more gorgeous back in the 70s and 80s. Reg probably would marry her. That's somebody you can marry. You would marry Shaka Khan?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not the marrying type like that.
You're not the married type. Oh Lord.
I'd rather marry
Sam,
Erica Badu.
Sam said Diana. Sam said Diana Ross. Diana Ross. Wow. What era of Diana? You know. Who you said who you said just now? You said somebody just now. You said Erica Badu.
Yeah.
You would marry Erica Badu? Oh man, that would be some wedding.
What about New York from Flavor of Love?
Hell walking though. Hell what? Hell no.
Hell
Hell
no.
no. Hoops look much better than New York. I get with Hoops before New York.
Man, I get with Goldie, man.
Goldie? I don't remember Goldie. I remember
The
some of them.
country.
Delicious was cute. But I always question if Delicious like body parts were real. Like I think she had surgery.
I heard
You know what
about
I'm
that.
saying? Hoops was fine. Not New York was too hood. I think that's why Flavor ain't won it. I'm like, yeah, she was too ghetto. Tony Braxton definitely. I love Tony Braxton's new hairdo. She got like that blonde shortcut. Definitely
Mm.
Tony Braxton, and she looked good in person too. I've seen her in concert. She looks great. It's
I
like
wish
it's
she would
like you
come to
wouldn't.
our home.
It's like yo, it's like you wouldn't even notice that she had lupus. Cause like that's how gorgeous she is. Like I mean, you look at her, you be like, oh, this chick don't have lupus. You know what I'm saying? Like she takes good care of herself. Ronnie said, I love the '60s era of Diana Ross. Yeah, '60s Diana Ross was good. Wow.
If I did say 2:30, I was gonna stay on though. I'm not staying for like
This
five.
whole convo turned into something completely different.
Right.
We spent too much time talking about Grace Jones. Way too much time talking about Grace Jones. Jada Pinkett. I don't know because there's sometimes I see Jada and she looked like old Jada, and then there's times when I seen it and she looked like she had like a facelift or something.
She was just pretty. I mean, I never really would just.
Mm.
She wouldn't really just drop dead gorgeous to me. I mean,
Like Jada is how exactly how she look in person. She's at least 5 feet tall. She's very short. When I met her, she had like the extensions, like the same extensions she had like in Menace to Society. You know what I'm saying? And she was real kind to us, and she was dope. She and Will were dope. They were dope people. You know what I'm saying? I think she looked good in the '90s though. Like when you look at her in like Low Down Dirty Shame, she was gorgeous in that film. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? And on A Different World, she was gorgeous even in Set It Off.
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor, right? With the straight hair. Anita Baker, what do you think about? I know that's Reg. That's Reg, all Reg right there. Anita Baker.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Queen Latifah. I think Queen Latifah is was always a gorgeous woman. She was always a BBW, but she was gorgeous and
Bad.
she carried her weight well. You know what I mean? That's funny.
What about Lionel Richie's wife? First wife.
How she look? I never seen
Oh,
her. Ronnie, of course, Ronnie would say this. Jada Pinkett before August Alsina entanglement or after? Is there a difference? What has she done since the entanglement?
at this point, you just got a side eye data and shit.
Ronnie, Ronnie is hilarious, yo.
Like, just don't, just keep, just don't even give advice about about relationships anymore. Just,
Right.
cause it's like every time you tell a story, we just look at you like, wait, what?
Jackie Harry. Mm, she alright.
Yeah, she. I mean, I liked her when
Ro-
she was more thicker.
Robin Givens.
Yeah,
She alright. Robin Givens looked good in Boomerang. She looked gorgeous. I never really watched Head of the Class. I know they bringing that back. Did I send you the thing about that?
yeah,
Yeah, they're bringing back
I,
Head of the
yeah.
Class.
Head of the class. I'm just like,
Why?
it wasn't really that right because it's like it's just now getting a cult following
Right.
and stuff like that too. Because it hasn't really been in syndication like that in years.
Exactly. I was in middle school when that was on TV. Why did they bring that shit back now?
Mind you, Dan Schneider. I mean, he can't do shit now. He's a child
Right.
molester. Shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And she, it's like they bring it back, and she has like I think 2 kids now, and I'm like Head of the Class. Why are y'all bringing that shit back like 30 after 32 years? That doesn't make sense.
The world doesn't make sense right now.
They don't know
Like,
what to do in Hollywood. They're just bringing back
like
any old thing.
what is up with everyone just posting red flags now? Like,
Yeah, I don't understand what that's about. I seen that a lot in like people's stories on Instagram. What is that about?
I don't know.
Is that like the new thing now? We're gonna post red flags about
Meanwhile,
everything. Oh, this album is hot. Let's
I
post a red flag.
Meanwhile, I post a song about just random shit, like a good song. I only get like 2 likes. Meanwhile, people with red flags get like 500 likes. I'm just
Exactly.
like, am
What
I
is that
missing
about?
something?
We're in the red flag era now.
Right.
What about Shari Headley of Coming to America? She did look good. I think her face kind of got old in the second one. You could tell.
Yeah, she's always been gorgeous, but to
Right.
me, the '90s was its her prime period.
Yeah. Stephanie Mills, she still look good for her age, and she's short.
She
I
alright.
think she like 4'11" or something.
Yeah.
She's real short. She had a thing for Michael. She wanted to marry Michael Jackson. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Vivica A. Fox, she used to look good before
Yes.
the facelift.
Still looks good.
She still look good to you? I think her face
Still,
look totally different now.
I don't
I
really
like the
care.
she used to look good, definitely. Like back in like the Independence Day, the first one, you know, set it off. Oh man, Tina Marie, yeah, she was gorgeous, definitely. I think Rick was in love with Tina. He should have married her.
Shit. I think
You think
his mom wanted Tina to marry Rick too.
you think you think he would have had backlash if he married her at that time?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why he didn't do it. Well, that's one of the reasons why we know he was all coked up and seeing a whole bunch of other women, but
I mean, it's
Pam
a
Grier was
female.
gorgeous. Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Coffee, Foxy Brown, Blackula. She was gorgeous in all of those films. You know.
Let the Friday come.
Yep.
I gotta get my Halloween costume ready and shit.
What you gonna go in as? Eddie Murphy? Oh no, you was that last year.
Yeah, like I said, I never review my Halloween costume
Oh okay.
until
The
but
Eddie Murphy
I
one was
told you.
great. You did?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know you. I forgot, yo. I forgot.
I'll text you.
Yeah. That Eddie Murphy one was great because you look like Eddie. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm waiting. I was waiting for them to give you like your Detroit police badge. I'm like, you look like the Beverly Hills Cop. I'm like, I'm like, yo, this is Eddie Murphy right here, yo.
For
You know,
real, like
that
everyone
shit
loved
was
that. Like
dope.
that's a
You
hard one to top and shit.
you planned that well because the leather suit exactly looked like Eddie Murphy wearing it. You know what I'm saying? Sam said you should do Luther Vandross. I don't know if he could look like Luther. Skinny Luther? You can't look like Fat Luther unless you put on a fat suit or something.
All I'm gonna say
uh,
about my costume is a similarity to Luther. It's gonna be a lot of glitter.
it's a singer,
Yeah,
but it's not Luther,
it's not Luther.
and it's not Michael.
It's not Michael.
You lying. You're lying. You're gonna be Michael
Lying about
Jackson this year?
what?
You look like you're lying. He's gonna be Michael Jackson? Rock with you, Michael Jackson?
Okay, it's gonna be Michael Jackson,
Really?
but it's not Thriller Michael.
It's gonna be Rock with you, Michael. You said a lot of sequin, and that's when he wrote a lot of sequins. It was like before the Thriller era.
Yep, Rock with you,
Wow, you're
Michael.
gonna be Michael Jackson. I got to see this shit. I got to see this shit. This is
Yeah, because
Michael
everyone wants
before
to be. I was like, let me do Rock with you, Michael Jackson.
Michael
Let me
before the nose job. I got to see this shit.
Mi- Yep.
Oh my
Michael
god.
before the nose job.
Wow.
Before, yep.
Are
I
you
have been
serious?
strategically planning this since last Halloween.
Wow. So what are the preparations? Is there like any preparations you can tell us that go into being Michael Jackson?
Well, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. This
Mm,
might be the most easiest Halloween costume to date.
right.
The
Why do you say
most
that?
easiest.
Like the oh for
Because let me,
the
I'm
stars
gonna
or
break down the history about what I've been for Halloween to y'all.
mm,
So my first Halloween costume, um, believe it or not, I was 19 when I first celebrated Halloween. Believe it or not.
right. Oh wow.
I,
19
I was
really?
I was George Clinton. I'm gonna get to that, Ronnie.
Wow.
Um, so I dressed up as a pimp for
Mm,
my first Halloween costume.
right.
Then the next year, I tried to be Isaac Hayes. Bad
Oh
mistake.
wow.
Bald, I had the bald. I literally
What?
had
The
the
ball
bald
cap?
head cap. Yeah, did not work
Wow.
out.
Oh
Guys,
my
never
god.
use a bald cap. Never.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah, you need a real baldy.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Then the next year, I want to say, I was George Clinton.
Right.
Wait, no. The next year, I was Rick James. Excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah, street songs.
Oh,
This
that's
was the
that. I
hardest
can see you doing that.
costume. Yeah,
Mm,
because let me tell you what happened. I couldn't find the red boots for Rick James, right?
right.
I had to get ski boots.
Mm,
Spray. This was back when I was living in Durham in campus school.
right.
I spray paint it, and my
Wow.
dumbass left. I can't spray paint like near like white shit because
Right.
it stained. And I stained the bathtub with spray paint. I
Oh
should have done that
shit.
shit outside, but
Right.
I was in a rush to get this
Right.
costume legit. So
Mm,
I had to wear three pairs of socks
mm.
because I kept falling with the ski boots and shit. Like I
Right. With the
literally was
boots. Right.
busting my ass and
Right.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
so I wore the three pairs of socks, right?
Mm, right.
And this is how I was walking the whole night.
Uh.
Like trying to
Wow.
yeah, so I was trying to play it out. I had the braids, I had the
Mm,
leather jacket, I had the leather pants. It was a
right.
ski boots. And every time I stood still, I was like woo,
Wow.
like that.
So what did you buy? Did they have your size in the ski boots, or how does that work?
Well, they only again, this is where
Mm,
being on a budget comes in.
right.
So I was at the Salvation Army donation thrift store, whatever you want to call that shit.
Yeah.
And I said, look, do you have any red boots?
Mm,
They had these one red boots, but it was small. Then
right.
they had a ski boots. And I was
Uh.
just like, hmm. I thought to myself,
Mm,
ski boots, Rick James. And I looked at I literally had the album with me on my
right.
phone. Like,
Right. Right.
I looked at it, I was like, I can make it work. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Let's just say I was glad I saw stairs so I can hold on to the railing and stuff like that because
Right.
never go down the stairs with some ski boots, y'all. Never try that at home.
Wow. I never wore ski boots, so I don't know how they feel.
Then the next year I was George Clinton
Mm,
and shit. This costume was hard as fuck because
right.
George Clinton's attire was hard as
Yeah.
fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get like some Afro puffs. I had my green trench coat. I found some funky glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Had some like silver space pants or whatever.
Right.
Man, like literally walking down the street, people were looking at me like, "What in the hell?" Like, and then I think after George Clinton, I was Eddie Murphy, which
That was dope. That was a
yeah,
dope
that was
costume.
again that was a pretty easy costume. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then the daddy costume,
The
this is
daddy
daddy.
chain, and he kept the
Could
daddy
kept that.
chain. I thought that was like
Could
a
kept,
costume. That was costume jewelry. I didn't know that was a real chain that you got.
yeah, it's a real chain I got. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it custom made and shit.
that's dope.
Yeah, this
We
yeah,
ratchet do that shit. Oh
cut,
man,
got it custom made and shit. They was like, "Yo, aren't you gonna return that?" I was like, "Nah,
right. That's
it's still
real.
never
It
left.
ain't. Yeah.
Yeah, never left my neck since like I wore it because on some real shit, it's hard for me to take it off because the hook is way too
Right.
small. So
Yeah.
I just kept it on all this time.
Right. True. True.
Like if I fucking die, God forbid, like this shit's
Oh
gonna be on
man,
my neck and shit.
daddy, and here lies daddy.
Like my whole fucking body will be ashes and shit. This shit will be
Oh my
so.
god. The daddy in the ashes
Yo,
and shit. Oh
so
dude.
Yeah, so I gotta go to some wig stores this weekend.
Mm,
I have to find the exact Michael Jackson afro because my
right.
friend was like, "Why don't you just use my real?" I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna use my
Mm.
real hair.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not."
have to let it grow out for that.
Yeah, I'm
You know
trying
what
to
I
go that
mean?
shit out. Like,
Yeah,
but I just gotta put all that fucking glitter on and shit. Ugh,
right. Oh, I got to
man.
see
So,
this. I have to see this.
well, I might
Oh
wear the
my god.
costume when we do
Mm.
the last. Oh wait, because we doing do Stankonia that day too. So I might wear the costume
Okay.
that day because,
Okay. Okay.
well, mm,
Mm.
if I do go to a party at night,
Uh.
then the Stankonia review is gonna be pushed up to the afternoon, probably before I
Okay.
go to work.
Okay. Wow.
Because, like I said
Sam said.
before, that you said what?
Sam said. Do Teddy Pendergrass or Marvin Gaye next year. Marvin Gaye, I could see you. I could see you pulling off that look and Teddy.
With
Cause
Teddy
those would be
Pendergrass,
easy, I think.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Pendergrass. All I have to do is like put some white jeans on, put a white beater and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Marvin depends what Marvin I want, because I can either do what's going on Marvin,
Mm-hmm.
or I can even do sexual healing Marvin,
Yeah.
or I can do the blazer, that performance I
Right.
showed
The
you and
Blazer.
Eric and shit.
Right. True. True. Ronnie said, "Do Snoop Dogg next year."
Nah, because everyone
Snoop.
here does Snoop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do.
Right.
If I do a West Coast rapper,
Mm.
believe it or not, I want to do Exhibit one day.
Exhibit really.
Yeah,
With the cornrows and everything. Cornrow exhibit.
I,
Interesting.
I can
Okay.
make it happen.
Wow. That would be interesting.
Oh yeah, I actually
Yeah.
dressed up as Prince.
You did Prince?
In between
Mm.
Rick James and George Clinton. I forgot about that. This was Sign of the
Prince.
Times Prince. I was dressed up as.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
see, when it comes to me, I always like just like Black History motherfuckers and shit.
Right.
You know, I'll never dress up like a white motherfucker.
Oh man. You don't want that.
If I dress up as a white man, you have to see me on white face and shit. Like, and
Oh boy.
y'all don't want to see me on white
Yeah,
face.
you might
So,
as well
yeah.
dress up as a Joker then if you're gonna do all that.
Well, if I do the Joker, I want to do what
uh,
Prince did. Do one half white, then just leave the rest
yes.
black and shit like that.
That was brilliant. I like
That,
that what he did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, he could have even been the Joker.
He could have been. He could have did
He
it.
could have been.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was just watching the Party Man video today too. So
Yes. Classic.
like that was like Prince's. I love that the way he ended the '80s with that one. I don't care what
Mm-hmm.
nobody said.
Yeah. That was
It
great.
may not be a classic, but it's still an enjoyable album.
I love it, man. That's one of my favorite soundtracks.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like that Batman week is gonna be epic.
Yes, definitely. Definitely
Yeah,
looking forward
man.
to that one.
And then speaking of that, let me do
Mm.
these announcements and shit. So this upcoming week, um, so Ashley has not let me know yet about her schedule. So Janet Jackson might still be in the air,
Okay.
but yeah, if it's next week, I'll
Yeah.
squeeze it in sometime next week and shit. But
Okay. Cool. Cool.
so far next week, I want to say Tuesday, I want to do AZ's Do or Die 2.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna throw in some newer albums and stuff like that. I'm not gonna review every new album, so don't expect
Right.
Migos or whatever. Um, okay, so Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
let's do Rap City's Layla's Wisdom.
Nice.
Yeah, and just so
Rascast is
y'all know.
coming up. That one is coming up.
Oh, damn, I forgot about Westcast. That's gonna be a lot of reviews, man. Let's do Rascast on next Friday too.
Okay.
On second thought, we might have to pre-record one of them.
Okay.
Damn, that's gonna be hard. Cause I do want to go. Shit.
You want to go live with? You want to pre-record Layla's wisdom, or
Oh no, that's North Carolina right there. I
okay,
cannot pre-record that. That's live.
okay,
Um, you know what? I'm just gonna flat out. Let's pre-record Do or Die 2.
okay.
We can do that. Yeah, we can pre-record that one. And then we can do Layla's Wisdom live and Raskaska. I did forget about Raskaska's.
Yeah, Sam remembers all the shows. You
Yeah,
know.
because I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Mm,
So the surprise, we were trying to get Raskast on the show,
right.
but this nigga literally went ghost on me because he's in Europe at the moment. So,
Oh God.
and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Mm,
that. Anytime he still wants to come on, he's always
right.
welcome back. But I did say that when I came back from my break, that we
Mm,
were going to do Raskast, we were going to do Soul on Ice.
right.
We kept pushing that back because we were trying to fit under
Right.
his schedule.
Right. Right.
So we were literally this close, but then he got the time zones mixed up. So yeah, so whenever he wants to come back on the show, he's definitely welcome and
That
stuff
would be
like
great.
that. So
Definitely.
yeah, that's why we've been secretive about the Soul on Ice, and also because I want that review to be very good
Yeah.
because that's like one of those hip hop albums that I don't really see a lot of reviews on YouTube, and I do rate that album very highly, especially
Yeah.
'96.
Facts.
So this is okay. Now this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Rascast is gonna be on Tuesday.
All right.
Layla's Wisdom is on Wednesday.
Okay.
We're gonna pre-record Do or Die 2, but I don't know when. That might be a weekend pre-record
All right.
because I'm not trying to have no reviews on the Batman week.
Right.
No hip hop reviews like that.
Just the Batman stuff.
Yes, and
Okay.
speaking of the Batman stuff, we're gonna do the first day. We're gonna do the movie breakdown on '89 to '97 Batman movies. First Batman, Batman Returns, Mask of the Phantom, the animated movie,
Right.
which I have to find where I can watch. I think that's on HBO Max, though. I want to
That's
say.
on. That should be on streaming. It should be on streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Netflix. Fuck that. Yeah, it is
Oh,
on
it's on
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay. Okay.
Last time I checked. Okay.
Yeah.
Batman Forever,
Mm-hmm.
then Batman and Robin.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Then the next day, and I'm gonna write this down on the board too. We're gonna do the
Okay.
double review of Princess Batman and then the Batman Forever soundtrack.
Nice. That's a good
Then
one.
yeah, then after that, it's gonna be a tribute to Batman the animated series
Nice.
and stuff too, which it's probably gonna be like a top episodes. Favorite
Right.
moments, favorite theme, like a
Okay.
appreciation video. You can do that,
Right. Right. True.
and then some one of these might be pre-recorded too because I gotta save my StreamYard shit. The Nolan with movies and stuff too.
Right. Oh yeah.
We gotta
Batman
talk about that means
Begins. Dark Knight.
Batman Begins, Dark
Yeah.
Knight, all that. Which I won't be real with y'all. I never
Mm.
really seen the Nolan movies besides Dark Knight,
Right.
so these ones gonna be a new experience.
Yeah.
And then find a finale. We're gonna do the Joker movie as a finale,
Nice.
which I'm gonna be real. The Joker movie might be pre-recorded. I'm gonna
Okay.
pre-record that one. All right. Ghostface discography. We
We just talked
we
about that.
yeah wait, we did talk about
BJ mentioned that. Remember? He mentioned that to us like a couple
yeah
hours ago.
the three. I was like, this Sam
Yes.
was Sam not in the conversation. Crazy.
Yeah.
We do have a discography breakdown. Oh, Shaq is tomorrow,
Yes.
y'all.
Yes.
That is
Later
tomorrow.
tonight, Friday night.
Yes, I'm gonna push that to midnight because
Okay.
I was so burnt out. I'm so burnt out from doing I just finished the In Living Color episode,
Right.
which I'm trying to have that out by the afternoon tomorrow
Okay.
and stuff. Oh, Thursday, you got something Thursday too.
Yes. I'm doing next Thursday we're gonna do the Crow movie review live because Sam asked me
Yes,
to do that months ago and I said when I do for Halloween it is a horror related movie. So next Thursday on Daddy Rap Podcast we'll discuss the Crow movie from 1995 with the late great Brandon Lee. So look
yes,
out for
and I
that.
never seen the movie too, so I
And you
can't
never
wait.
seen the movie, so this will be great. Your first time reaction to the film.
Yes,
Yeah.
all right, all right. Yeah, we got a lot of good shit coming. Shit,
Yes.
got a lot of good
Yes.
shit.
Definitely. Definitely. That
Also,
that Ghostface
okay,
breakdown is coming though, cause BJ, we should get BJ to be a part of that, cause he asked for it too.
Yeah,
Him and Sam.
because
Him and Sam in action for that.
we do have the Gap Band lined up too after Chef,
Right.
so
Right.
we
Right.
can do Gap Band then Ghostface.
Yeah. That would be dope.
Yeah, we just gotta make sure BJ, because BJ wanted to be on the Gap Band too.
Right. True.
Yeah, so that Gap Band might be first week November.
Okay.
And speaking of November, my birthday is November 2nd. By the way,
Right. Yes.
I'm not gonna
So
say my age this year, believe it or not. If y'all know my age, y'all know my age. That's all I'm gonna
yeah.
say.
Right.
So
You're
I'm
not
doing
old,
November 1st.
so you're
Huh?
not old. You're not
Oh
old.
no, no, y'all know me. I'm not old and shit, but
Yeah.
I
You're not.
I just want to try people out to see who really
You,
remembers my age and shit. You
he's
know.
still under 30, so
Yep. No white hairs up. No white hairs up this scalp.
right. Right.
And so I'm gonna do a little birthday celebration.
Dope.
But we're gonna also I want to do the Treacherous 3 review that day, which
Nice.
yes, I want to do more reviews on the early days pre Run DMC,
Right.
and no better group to start it off than the Treacherous
Mm,
3.
I agree.
And after the Treacherous 3, my birthday celebration, get drunk, Q&A,
Right.
do what we do, you know what I'm saying? Don't ask
For
me
the for
no crazy shit about farting, or don't ask me no crazy shit because I'm not going to answer. And I'm not going to answer shit though, but yeah.
for that I'll
What
have a
you say?
drink. I'll have a drink for that live stream.
Yes.
I'll have a
Yeah.
drink for that. So
hmm
we have
Um.
we'll have people come on, Ashley and Eric and you know
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna
whoever
go
else wants to
see.
come.
Yeah, cause yeah, cause you know that week is also the week of the homecoming too. So that's why that
Right.
November 2nd, that whole week, I'm gonna be fucked up that whole fucking week. I'm just gonna be with y'all.
Sam was like, okay, sorry. Like he was gonna
Oh
ask
no,
you
Sam,
about farting.
I'm joking. Sam, I'm joking. I'm not taking it seriously. I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Like I'm just fucking with y'all because the whole farting thing. I find that funny. I don't find that like, oh my god, stop talking about farts. I just find it funny because it's like y'all just,
Man.
yes, Prodigy and Nelly have the same birthday as me.
Right. Right.
You know,
True.
Scorpio brothers. You know,
Yeah. And my
might
mom's
might
a
Nelly,
Scorpio.
might play some Infamous in Nellyville or
My my mom is November 21st, so she's a Scorpio too.
yo. Your mom was three
Yes.
days before my mom's birthday. That's
Oh
crazy
wow, that's crazy.
for real.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Got a lot of good shit coming up, and that's all I
Mm-hmm.
want to say for right now.
Dope.
Um, yeah, man. Parliament Funkadelic. I don't. That's gonna be down the line
Yeah.
because they have a
Next.
thousand albums and shit. So
Yeah, and I ain't hear all of them yet.
right,
Yeah.
those ones I got.
I'm still looking for my maggot brain. I don't know where the fuck I put that at.
Bro, I'm
You know.
still. I can't believe I gave away the My Name Is Bootsy album. Got to pay a bill and shit. I was like, oh fuck,
Oh,
I forgot to give
Hector's
that.
a Scorpio too. Wow, all the other Scout Scorpios.
Yeah, Scorpio the best sign and
We
shit.
gotta invite Hector up on here for that then.
All right.
You know,
Yeah, man.
if he's willing to come on, you know.
Reg, do you ever drink the Hulk ever? When I used to drink the Hulk to celebrate. I
The
drank
Hulk.
some shit like that one time with a
What
full
the
Yoko, mixed that with some Hennessy and vodka, and I was fucked up.
For Loco? That the one that they banned? You had that
Yeah,
shit? Wow. Yeah, they
yeah,
banned
because
that in
it
New
was a
York.
dare. The motherfuckers dared me to drink like four Yokos,
Uh,
all the shots on the table. I was like,
yeah.
I can do this shit. Watch.
That got banned in New York. They don't even sell it no more.
Then like
Wow.
I thought I was good. I thought I was handling. Next thing you know, I passed out in my bathroom and shit.
Oh my
It
god.
got to the point where I think my roommate had to slide a note under my door saying, "Are you okay?" Like,
Wow. Crazy.
let me stop. Let me stop. But yeah, let me call it a night though because
Yep.
I am tired and I
All
plan on
right.
sleeping in a little bit before I go to work. It's been a dope chat.
Down.
You know, tomorrow we got to listen to Shaquille O'Neal,
Yes.
greatest rapper of all time and shit.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Oh
this
man.
breakdown was gonna be funny as hell, man.
Yep. Yep.
Y'all know I'm gonna act a fool. Y'all know I'm gonna act a fool tonight and shit.
Man. Man.
Oh yes, Ronnie. Sunday
Yes.
is the verses and Battle of Los Angeles. We're gonna push that to
Yes.
midnight as well too
Okay.
because I'm gonna need some time to calm down. After I know that verse is gonna be good, so I'm gonna need some time
It's
to
gonna be
calm
good.
down.
Yeah,
For
definitely. It's gonna be
real
crazy.
though, but yeah, I'm gonna act a fool tonight when we talk about
Yes.
Shaq, and I'm like,
Shaq.
yo,
Shaq Diesel.
because I'm not gonna lie, his discography is pretty consistent, but
You think so?
for Shaq standards, that's all I'm gonna say.
Mm, okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. But stay
Okay.
tuned for tonight. Appreciate this try.
Yes, no doubt.
I'm gonna try to have this beef episode by this afternoon because I'm gonna
Rage is Sunday. That's gonna be Sunday night at midnight
yes, sir, Sunday.
after the verses.
Renegades, yeah, Renegades gonna be next week.
Yeah.
Final finale. This whole Rage is going by is way too quick.
Yeah.
Shit,
Way too quickly. It's been good.
way too quick.
You know.
All right, so I see y'all later.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Subscribe.